Joining us now is Dolores Anetrini, the Senior Designer at Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design on the MegaCast, a business that began in 1940 as a damaged railroad freight company founded by Ben Gorman. Dolores, thank you for being with us today.
Hi, good morning, Tyler.
Yeah, good morning. Good to have you with us. So first off, can you tell our viewers and our listeners about Gorman's? Tell us about the business. As I mentioned, it began in the 40s as a damaged railroad freight company. Now it's a home furnishings and interior design company. How did it get to that point, and what do you provide to your customers today?
So our owner, Bernie Morey, which has been an amazing man, started the way you just mentioned and evolved into furnishings. He had a passion for beautiful furnishings and things for people's homes. So he began the business, I believe it was in Detroit, and then he migrated to having several stores in the Southeast Michigan area. And it's just been a very rewarding opportunity for people to furnish their homes with beautiful furniture and customizable furniture.
We're joined by Dolores Anetrini, the Senior Designer of Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design, with us on the MegaCast. And so you personally, being that you're the Senior Designer here, and this is a company that very much is based around, of course, interior design, but also providing those great home pieces for people to add to all different rooms of their home or even to their office or other spaces. So for you personally, how did you get interested in interior design, and what drives that passion of yours to help other people designing their spaces?
Well, it happened when I was just a child. I was always interested in creativity, and it was art form at that time. And sometimes, my dad used to say, you're never going to make a living off being an artist. So it kind of got in my mind that, he was a businessman. So I started looking into ways you could make money as in doing design. So, of course, interior design came up. So I went to school for that, and I channeled all my artistry into interior design, which is actually parallel. They're, one entices the other and enhances the other. So it became very rewarding to design and be able to help clients put homes together that they live in, that they don't have the forte to do so. They all have their own fortes, and they rely heavily on designers to create for them their vision, which is always not an easy task, but it's a very rewarding and challenging one at times.
So where do you then start when you are consulting with a client about their interior design? Because as an artist, you may see a space as a blank canvas and have your idea of where you want to go with it, but it's ultimately also would be it's someone's personal space, it's their personal home. They have their own vision too. So where does that dichotomy really start, and how does that process move along to ultimately having you help these people design their spaces?
It starts by listening to each and every client that walks in our door, because if you're not in tune to what they're saying, you can help them, but you won't provide their own space to live in after we're gone from the project. That is our job, because we can help them, but the key is to create their home that they're envisioning. And the way you do that is to listen to every word they're saying, because they do tell you things, even though we might not know it at the time. The conversation as it develops, they're saying a lot of things that they're looking for, they're needing in their home. They don't know how to acquire it. And it's our job to discern that, put it together, via floor plans for their home, do presentations to show them complete projects if they're looking for that, which we are all able to do, from carpeting to window fashions to furnishings to flooring. Some people, they want to do it all. And to them, it's not finished until it's all done. Some people want to do bits and pieces of a home, and some want an entire project. Our job is to listen and, go from there. And then our meetings with the clients develop from that point.
More information on their website at gormans.com. We're joined by Dolores Anetrini, the Senior Designer at Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design. And of course, as we've mentioned, it is a home furnishing store. It is a furniture store, but also has interior designers like yourself. It's a full team of designers as well. So just how basic or how extensive can that consultation be for a client in designing their spaces?
So we offer free 1 hour free design service at Gorman's. It kind of comes with a package. And sometimes that's all you need if it's a simple project, like maybe just doing a sofa and a chair or, a couple, like a dining set. But then if it's going to need an ongoing project, then those meetings would be scheduled at different intervals, different times. You might be doing so much at a time, like best to focus on one area first. Sometimes if you're going to do a whole project or home, it's overwhelming to the client. So we all like to have a catalyst in one area. And even within that one room, you're still having one catalyst. You have to start with a piece. From that, the vision can develop. And if you go too fast, you might be making mistakes for, ourselves and the client as well. We need to go slower and develop it.
So Dolores, what seems to be more important or more effective of a focus, maybe a better way to put it, when you are designing, for example, maybe someone's refurnishing their entire home or they're furnishing their space for the first time? Is it better to go based off of theme or based off of fit in the space for that room when you're considering the design of the furniture, the color of the furniture, the way it's aligned in there? What is your suggestion for those that may be considering redesigning some of their spaces or fully refurnishing their homes or their offices in approaching their design?
So today, a lot of people have repurposed areas in their home to go along with what you're saying, Tyler, because of working at home more now in the last couple of years. So what used to be maybe a den years ago turned into like a little dining room or a sitting room. Now we're going back to doing dens and offices and different spaces in the home, or taking one room like, the great room, and multi-purposing that to having maybe a desk area in there, a sofa table behind a sofa or console table that you can purpose as a desk and do dual purposes, entertain, have it as a functionality, and do desk and office work there. So I think today, too, in listening to the client, you're repurposing a lot of rooms of their home. Like I said, projects start from small to large. Sometimes it's one room at a time, sometimes it's the whole project. But overall, the client's vision is what we have to produce, and it's aesthetics as well as functionality. Those are both really important in any design project.
We're joined by Dolores Anetrini, Senior Designer at Gorman's Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design. More information on their website, gormans.com. That is gormans.com to learn more about some of the products that they have. They're different products and different designs for all different areas of your home or your office or other spaces, as well as information on their interior design consultation with people such as Dolores, their senior interior designer, as well as others. And what's interesting too is Gorman's also works with outside designers as well when they're consulting with some of these clients. I would imagine that would be on more large projects, but I'm no expert in this. You're the expert. You're with Gorman's. How does that work, and why bring in those outside designers on top of your own designers in-house?
We welcome outside designers, and a lot of us that have been designers for years, Tyler, we have already hooked up with outside designers, so to speak, because they bring their clients to us. Some of them do not want to get involved in all the the deliveries and the ordering and all of the detail work. So they bring them into us, which works great for Gorman's. We love having them in. It establishes more variety for us, more people to work with, and then more clients, of course, at the end of the day. And the designers that come into our store, we welcome them. They can work a few different ways. They can solely work alone with their client and use this as, their home to furnish their clients' homes, and they have to sign up to do so, or they work with one of our designers on staff, and then we work on the project together, which is rewarding for everybody because the designer then can attend to other things, and then we're taking care of their client as well in the selections, the order process, setting up deliveries, all of the above. So it makes a great teamwork, and I think it's very beneficial to everybody involved. And we enjoy it.
We're joined by Dolores Anetrini, Senior Designer at Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design, joining us on the MegaCast. And so we're into February now, still relatively early in the year. Do you find that this earlier portion of the year tends to be where people are more excited, or more excitable at least, about redesigning some of their spaces, maybe refurnishing certain areas of their home? Or is there another time of the year that's a little bit more of a hotly pursued thing?
Well, I think sometimes occasions, Tyler, bring people in, whether it be a wedding, a graduation party, maybe certain events they're having at home. They want their homes to be changed or developed more or enhanced, or they want to redo or just add some pieces. So I think that the heavier times are now because a lot of spring and early summer weddings come up, graduation parties come up in June. People start thinking now of what they can do to have a finished product or nearly finished by the time their event occurs. And with a little bit of challenging times right now, it takes a little longer to get product. So I think people are all kind of getting used to that now. And we've seen people, instead of being, I think it's ongoing more to order now because of the length of time it takes, where before it was maybe 4 times a year they would order, looking for those occasion times to be completed. Now they're thinking far in advance, even for new home builds as well, because those are running about a year to 2 years now, depending on, the home, the size, and all of the above. So it works great in that combination where we can help someone to do an entire house and hold their product, because in honesty, we're not really holding it as much as we used to because it's taking longer to get here.
We're joined by Dolores Anetrini, Senior Designer at Gorman's Home Furnishings and Interior Design, joining us on the MegaCast. Of course, more information about Gorman's, all their locations, all their products, all their services, by visiting their website at gormans.com. And so, Dolores, as an artist who takes pride in her work and ultimately in the ultimate results of these designs or the consultations that you have with your clients, what have been some of your favorite projects that you've been working on, or some of your favorite outcomes from working with your clients at Gorman's and in other spaces over the years?
What's so wonderful is when you meet someone at the door, you never really know what treasure you're opening, and it's so exciting because some can be just as simple, like I said, as a sofa, and the other person could be very quietly needing a whole house done. So some of my favorite projects have been just that: meeting a client, talking with them for a while, and what started to be 2 chairs turns into a 15,000 square foot house, beautifully done. Every area of the home, from window treatments, flooring, all the pieces, all the manufacturers we can offer, all the customization. To put it all together and have control over a project is probably the greatest reward a designer can have. And when that client relies on you to make those decisions and trust you, and I feel we get so much of that at Gorman's with our clients, that we are so very happy, and the end result is amazing for all of us, client and us.
Dolores, just a few more minutes with you. If people would like to see some of the products that Gorman's has in person, or consult with some of their different designers in person, or even over the phone, what are some of the locations, or how do they make those first steps to be able to get that help that they may need, or may be helpful to them in redesigning some of their spaces? Novi,
Southfield, which is our contemporary store, and Troy. All 3 locations are very nicely spaced out, so we can provide, cover a lot of the metropolitan Detroit area clients, and they can find us online. Gorman's has a website of their own, which is fabulous. And we also have chat rooms where we can answer questions and price things for people online. And we also have phone sales that people call in. We try to accommodate our customer in every way possible, in the doors, on the phones, on the internet. We're very accessible to people. And I feel like we have a great clientele, and they come to us for having very quality and customizable furnishings, and a variety of them.
Dolores, thank you very much for joining us. Before we let you go, anything else that you would like our audience to know at this time, or that we haven't discussed that you would like to talk about today, about your work at Gorman's, about interior design, or any other tips?
We really enjoy helping people. Like I said, our greatest reward is to help you have a home that you don't have to travel to go visit and feel cozy. And we want you to have your home that way, right where you live. And I think we're all very capable of helping everybody, and we enjoy it. And I think it's a great experience for all. So we invite you to come in, experience our designers. Anything that you need, we'd love to help you with.
Well, Dolores, we thank you for your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Have a great day.